There was a time years ago when I hated Bitcoin too. I hated the word Bitcoin. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to be associated with people who said it, with people who were invested in it, or I didn't think it was investing at the time, people who were buying into it. I just couldn't stand it. The main reason was looking back on it, I really didn't understand it. I thought I did, but I didn't. I remember thinking that it might have been a scam or a Ponzi scheme. I didn't think that there was any value behind it because unlike a stock, there was no quarterly earnings, um, nothing on it, to track revenue or anything like that. It wasn't a business. Um, People like Warren Buffett didn't like it. Um, People like Dave Ramsey who still don't like it. Um, there were a lot of top notch people in the finance field um, who hated it, and I kind of just went along with it. Now, fast forward to today, I did a 180 where I'm pretty much a Bitcoin maximalist, where all my savings, investments, retirements, everything's in Bitcoin. Um, every part of my paycheck goes into Bitcoin, the dollar cost average. Um, my kids save in Bitcoin. Just we have enough set aside to pay the monthly bills, and that's it. Everything else is in there because I believe in the next 10, 20, 30 years, money is just going to continue to flow in. It's going to be one of the greatest adoptions you've ever seen. I think it's going to be a transition that we see going from paper money into a decentralized digital asset, cryptocurrency. Um, but I think everyone starts off that way. Everyone starts off as a hater. Michael Saylor layers this too, that everyone starts off as a hater. Then I think they move to a skeptic. Um, then they move to a trader. Then they move to an investor, and then eventually a maximalist. Um, but I kind of agree with that. I'm sure there's other stages as well, but yeah, I would say majority of people will start off just hating it, or they just don't want anything to do with it, or they don't understand it at all. Um, so they just completely avoid it, which makes sense, right? Because if you don't understand something, yeah, you probably shouldn't be putting your money into it. But I would encourage anyone out there who either hates it or maybe they don't understand it, or maybe they kind of understand it, but it just seems very, very risky because it can drop 50% by next week. Very, very volatile. I would just encourage you to just start watching videos, start reading articles, start reading books. Try to get as much information about it as you can. Don't just take my word for it. I also always think it's a good idea to, even if you got to put your toes in the water, put a little money into it, because when you have money in something, you're going to pay attention to it and you're going to want to learn a little more about it because there's money on the line, right? It doesn't have to be a whole lot, but um, if that's the way you need to learn more about it, then do it. Um, and I think once you start going down the rabbit hole, um, you start to make that progress of moving to, okay, you don't hate it anymore, but you still don't understand it. You view it as risky, and then as you keep learning about it, you're like, okay, well, maybe it's not that it's risky. Maybe it's just very volatile. And over the past 15 years, it's done very well. It's been a top performing asset. It's decentralized. It can't be inflated. It can't be corrupted. It is this new blockchain technology. And then You start to put some money into it. Um, and then, from there, you kind of do the whole thing where you're following the cycle and you want to try to buy when it's low, sell when it's high, that sort of thing. And then it'll take you to the point where you realize it is an investment. You really can use this for the future, especially knowing the fact that it is being adopted at a rapid rate, right? Um, and then eventually you'll get to the point where I'm finally at, where you see the potential of it. You see that it's a revolution. It fixes all the problems that we currently have with money. Um, and it's kind of the answer to everyone's problem, where if you fix the money, you fix the world. Um, so that's my take on it. Um, if you hate it, I was once there too. So I think everyone starts there. All I would say is just give it a chance, try to learn more about it. Um, just be open minded. That's all I can say about it. I think, you know, going from years ago to absolutely hating it to being at the point where I'm at now, where I'm all in on it. Yeah, once you understand it and it clicks, it's one of those things where once you see it, you can't unsee it. So that's it for today. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.